Prime-time local news, serving the Lakeland and Midwest regions.
Flatlands Kennels offers dog boarding and unique training in our region. They're open to all dogs, from those with behavioral issues to those just looking to get some energy out. We have an inside look at the work done at their new Lloydminster facility. This is the Flatlands Kennel Lloydminster shop. This facility offers everything from daycare boarding to competitions and seminars, with obedience being a big focus.
We're looking to really develop dogs and their skills so that they can be mentally challenged throughout their lives, physically challenged. So we have equipment like the mills over here that you can see, the pool, rat find, and various other things.
Flatlands head trainer says it can be important for dogs to have an outlet through competitions.
A lot of behavioral issues can come out if dogs don't have an outlet. So I think that they are quite a valuable opportunity for dogs to have in finding some skills and some confidence building. It's an all-around great thing for dogs.
One of the most popular attractions for the dogs here is the indoor dog diving pool, the only indoor pool like this in Western Canada.
Ready, set, go.
The trainers here focus on problem-solving skills, working with owners to move past issues, or even better, help owners before they get their dog.
We are absolutely happy to help and really actually appreciate and like taking on dogs that are absolutely beyond control. We love dealing with aggression, helping and watching the relationship change between the owner and the dog, and watching the real difference that that makes in people's lives. We like to also, like I said, do sports and things like that. So if you feel like your dog maybe has a ton of energy that you don't know what to do with, you can come here and we can help you channel it in a variety of ways as well.
The team here has lots of events and sessions upcoming, including outdoor, off-leash, and a dog diving trial. For a full look at everything offered, head over to flatlandskennels.com. Shed raffle is back for a third year by the Royal Canadian Legion here in Lloydminster. Our Shelby Clark sat down with Branch 39's Vice President Scott Gorman on all the details involved and what prizes residents can expect.
Joining us today for Primetime Local News is Scott Gorman with the Royal Canadian Legion Branch number 39. Thank you so much for joining us today, Scott.
Thanks for having us.
Of course, really glad to be able to have you on here because we are speaking on the Canada Day She Shed raffle for this year. Now, kind of starting off for anybody that's not really heard about this and want to kind of know the backstory about this raffle. How many years has the Legion had this raffle now?
This will be the third year that we've had it.
Third year, okay. Now, can you kind of explain what this raffle is all about?
Basically, we started out, we wanted to do something for Mother's Day, and the first year we just couldn't get it together quick enough, and so we decided to go with Canada Day. So we always made sure that we have an extra big draw for Mother's Day, and this year we added a Father's Day draw.
Now, for those first couple years, how would you say that support has been in previous years?
The first year it was awesome. Last year it was a little slack due to the fact, I think, that everybody was trying to fundraise after COVID and stuff. So the first year we got a good jump on it. But it's a good fundraiser for us, so that's why we keep doing it.
And for this year, I know it's supposed to be Canada Day, so can you kind of expand on just what this year's raffle is all about for what residents can expect?
Well, this year we have a shed that we get our sheds from Stan from Backyard Builders. They're easy log sheds. They go together just like a log cabin. So last year it took us 3 hours to build the sheds. So that was start to finish. So they're easy to build. Anybody can build them. You could this year you can take the shed or $5,000 cash. So.
Oh no, that's really impressive. And for the proceeds, what is this going towards exactly to help?
Mostly any fundraisers that we do like that, it goes into a general fund, and people apply for they'll send us something that they're doing a fundraiser or doing something for a local charity, and we'll donate to that with this money.
I know there is that shed that is probably the biggest prize there. What is the second place and the third place?
Second place prize this year is going to be a garden swing, similar, not the same as the one I made last year, but it'll be a nice garden swing, a 4-person garden swing. And third prize is going to be another tailgate bench. And I've built several of those, and people have seen them around, and they're pretty popular. So.
And for the draw date, just for people that may be unaware when this will be?
The draw for that will be on Canada Day. Mother's Day, we have $1,500 in gift certificates, and most of them will be kind of like for mom. Like there will be a spa day, and there will be groceries and gas, and kind of, and then the Father's Day one will be more towards dad. So.
Now, for people wanting to, get these tickets and just kind of participate in this and find out some more information, where can they go online just to be able to?
You could always go on the Royal Canadian Legion, Branch 39, and you can get tickets from members of the Legion, and also from Cliff Rose for Clothes has tickets there, and Midway Towing and Coldwell Banker. They all sell tickets there, so you can, and we'll be selling tickets at different locations over the next couple of months, like Co-op and a few other locations that we got lined up. So.
Perfect. Well, it sounds like there's some great prizes. And is there anything else you want to add that I may have missed out on that you want to let people know about for this year's raffle?
If you get in early, if you're going to get a ticket, get it before Mother's Day. So if you get a ticket and you don't, even if you do win the Mother's Day prize, your tickets go back into the draw for all 5 prizes. So if you get them early, you get one, and you could win all 5 prizes possibly if you're lucky enough. But your tickets will always go back in the drum for after each draw. So that's, I'd say get them early. If you're going to get one, get them early. And we got great prizes. The shed is worth over $11,000 this year. And the swing is around 2,000, I think it is, and tailgate bench is 1,000. So, and thanks to some of our local businesses that we got the gift cards from, they helped us out on the gift cards a little bit too. So.
Sounds like you got some good, strong support for it. Well, awesome. Thank you so much for giving us your time today, and thanks again for joining us. And yeah, for everybody out there, make sure to get those tickets. Okay. It's going to be a good raffle.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody who already bought one.
The grand opening of the new Wainwright Co-op Home and Agro Center is planned for Thursday. Stacey Comer found out what's planned for this special event.
Well, there is a special event happening in Wainwright later this week, and I'm pleased to be joined today on Primetime Local News by Cinzia Penzauti, who is the Home and Agro Manager of the co-op in Wainwright. And we have a grand opening planned for later this week. But first of all, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Well, let's talk about this facility that is just an amazing facility that everybody's going to get a chance to check out this week. Why was there a need for this building in the community?
So the original home center was built in the early 1960s and was only 8,000 square feet. They've done many renovations to the structure in the last 60 plus years, and it's come to the end of its life. It's too small to handle our business. We're working out of 3 yards, and numerous mechanical systems are at the end of their life. So constructing the new home center is going to increase our efficiency and provide solutions to all these comments that I mentioned above. And the long-term plan has always been, going back to East Delta, was to complete a cornerstone hub, offering all co-op product lines, conveniently located all together.
So how many people are employed at the new building?
So at this moment, we have 25 people and we have 5 new positions.
And tell me about some of the services that are offered. It looks like there's really a little bit of everything there.
Yes, for sure. We're very excited. We have a project center with a separate entrance. We have a large auto stock, which is a drive-through, which is going to make it easy for trucks and trailers to drive completely through while picking up their product. We have the build.crs e-commerce online. We've doubled our square footage to just over 16,000 square feet, and we've expanded our assortment in oil and feed.
Now, there is a big event happening Thursday, which is the grand opening, and you have a lot of things planned throughout the day. So tell me how are you going to kick things off, I guess, and what's planned throughout the day?
We do have big plans. So the grand opening and celebrations are going to start at 9 a.m. this coming Thursday. There's going to be speeches and a wood cutting instead of the ribbon cutting. We'll be having a free barbecue and drink every day out in our auto stack from 11 to 2 p.m. And there's going to be a lot of deals and some giveaways, and everyone is welcome.
Well, this is so exciting for you and for the community. Congratulations, and thank you so much for speaking with me again. And I'm just going to maybe ask you one more thing for people who don't know, what's the address if people are coming from out of town to check this out?
It is 1545 15th Ave in Wainwright. We're just beside the Bulk card lock.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much, and good luck with everything on Thursday.
Thank you.
Well, it's time now for us to check in with Shelby Clark for an update on this gloomy weather.
Thank you so much, Mr. Jace Mackey. Yes, now taking a first look at this gloomy day here in the border city, unfortunately. We are just sitting at 2 degrees. So we are looking at that plus temperature, which is always nice as we are kind of moving into those spring conditions. Although we have started off with not seeing too much sun peeking behind those clouds, and that kind of continue on throughout the day. We did see a much more cloudier day and much more gloomier day. So hopefully everybody still enjoyed it. I know it is pretty nasty out there right now, of course, with all that rainfall. Yeah, very nasty out there. So I would suggest not maybe getting your vehicles washed just yet. Maybe wait past this week as we see a little bit more sun starting to heat things up, because we will be seeing these conditions possibly again later on this week. But with that wind chill, it is feeling around -2. So hopefully everybody is still enjoying it and just wearing that nice light jacket out there. It's good to see that we are still seeing those plus temperatures still. Going over the temperatures across the region for Alberta and Saskatchewan, most spots are following suit with us here in the border city. Most just sitting at that 2 degree mark. Then we have that 4 degrees down in Provost and up in Cold Lake, while it's 3 in Bonnyville, 0 mark there in Vegreville. And as we look up at Lac La Biche, they are seeing the nicest conditions on our Alberta side, just at 7. Going over to our Saskatchewan side, they are definitely looking at the same conditions as what we are seeing on our Alberta side, actually even looking slightly warmer in some spots, because now we are seeing those 3 degrees in most spots on our Saskatchewan side. 4 there up in Green Lake, and then we got that 6 down in Macklin, and we have a couple now sitting at 7 degrees with Isle Cross and of course down in North Battleford. North Battleford will be going down to a low of -2, so hitting that minus mark again for their evening low temperature, and they will be expecting, as I was saying, some nasty conditions that will continue on with a little bit of rainfall and some evening snow coating to around 1 centimeter. So be prepared for people in North Battleford. That will be coming up tonight, but don't worry, because then tomorrow they'll be looking at that daytime high of 8 degrees, so beautiful temperature and a mixture of some sun and cloud. Expected to be mostly cloudy, but hopefully they will be seeing a little bit more sun that will help warm things up. Cold Lake will be going down to a low of -2 as well for their evening low temperature, so they will be cooling down, but you know, it's not as bad as what we have seen in the past. Very nice evening lows as we are starting to warm up through our evening conditions as we head more into the spring season. They will also be expecting that snow and rain at times this evening as well, so they will be expecting around 1 to 2 centimeters of some snowfall. Otherwise, it's going to be a cloudy evening. Then for their daytime high, 10 degrees, so hitting that double digit for Cold Lake tomorrow, and that definitely will pick things back up for them after tonight. For us here in the border city, a low of -3, so we will be cooling down, and be prepared. We will be getting those conditions that will start back up later on in the evening, but don't worry, we will be expecting hopefully a little bit more sun tomorrow at that 5 degree mark for our daytime high. So be prepared. We will be seeing some slightly nicer days ahead for us here in the border city. And ending off with a look at your 3-day forecast, we will be seeing those conditions continue on into our Thursday, and even seeing that 7 degrees Friday. Although, once again, as I was saying, we will be getting those showers, so make sure not to wash those vehicles just quite yet. And that's all I have for now for our first look at your weather forecast.
All right, that's noted, Shelby. Thank you so much for that. After the break, the fight over resource heats up as Ottawa looks to rescind resource transfer agreements.
I'm back at Border Paws Animal Shelter for another edition of Pet Project, and today we have an adorable, beautiful cat named Mr. Bonnie. Tell me a little bit about his journey here, and you did mention that you guys thought he was a girl at first, hence Bonnie, part of his name. So tell me a little bit about how he came to the shelter.
So yeah, he was found by actually one of our contractors that's working on our new building. He mentioned he had a girl cat, a stray, that had been hanging around his house and asked if we could take him. So we just assumed it was a girl, and then when we actually looked closer, we found out it was a boy that's already been neutered. So we changed it to Mr. Bonnie. But yeah, he's really sweet. He's about 3 years old, pretty easygoing cat, gets along with other cats. We're not sure about dogs, but doesn't seem to mind kids of any age. So, I mean, with dogs, it would definitely have to be a slow introduction, but I find most cats will eventually end up tolerating a dog, depending on how crazy your dog is.
Yeah, and they can jump in high places, so they can get away easier than if there was another cat. He is very calm. He loves ear scratches. I discovered that when he was laying over here. And a little bit more about his personality. Would he be okay with any kids, household, that type of thing?
I think so, yeah. He doesn't seem, we got a lot of youngins that come and volunteer, and he seems to like everybody, so I don't think any age would matter. And yeah, he gets along with all the other cats so far, so I don't think that would be, he's pretty laid back, relaxed kind of cat, so no issues with him ever being mean, so.
And how are you doing with numbers cats-wise? I know that you're getting into cat season, stray cats and kittens and all that kind of stuff. How are you doing so far as of right now?
So yeah, right now it's not too awful. I mean, we're always kind of full, but we do have our adoption event going on right now. It's Name Your Price. So adult animals, so basically any animal over 6 months, is for cats, it's a minimum $20 donation, and for dogs, it's a minimum $50 donation. So we have gotten a few animals out. Like you said, kitten season's going to be starting here right away. So I'm sure, you know, not too long we're going to be full with kittens coming. So we're just kind of trying to clear out so we can make some room for the abundance of cats we're going to be getting.
Exactly. Now, you mentioned that you had a photo shoot. Tell me a little bit about that and how that went.
Yeah, so this weekend our friends at Pet Value, they put together an Easter photo shoot last Saturday, and it was just by food donations. They ended up raising us over $300 in food, so that was really nice. And yeah, no, it was really good. It was a lot of fun. The pictures turned out great. I seen a bunch of them on Facebook. Yeah, and I believe everyone had a really good time, so we were pretty thankful for them doing that for us.
Pet photo shoots are always I think it's the best kind of photo shoots because you can get them in different positions and, you know, they move a lot, but they're still adorable. So
100%.
It works out perfectly. And now you have another adoption event this weekend. Tell me a little bit about that and what people should know.
Yeah, so again, it's going to be at Pet Value again this weekend. We'll probably have some cats. I'm not sure if we're going to have any dogs there, but we'll definitely have a lot of cats there, and that's going to be Saturday and Sunday, so the 15th and the 16th from 12 to 5. So, and right now we have our deal going on, so I mean, you can get a cat for $20, right? So, I mean, if you're a little short on funds or you want to put the money towards, you know, other things for your cat, then it's a perfect time to get your forever friend at a great discount.
Which is perfect because, you know, some, like you said, some of the prices, you know, don't fit with everybody's budget. So having a kind of name your price and they can do it by donation, I think is perfect. And just, I know we talked about this last week, but what are those donations going towards?
Yeah, so any of the donations, any of your cash donations are always going towards medical bills, I mean operations. A lot of it's mainly towards our spaying and neutering and, you know, if they need any medical attention, getting that all done with, as well as food, right? So any of your donations definitely go right back into the shelter.
Yeah.
So.
And that leads me into the same question I ask every week. Is there any donations that you're in need of, food-wise, or, you know, blankets or anything like that?
So yeah, we can always use kibble. We seem to always be low on kibble. I think we're doing okay for wet right now. But yeah, if anybody has any cat or dog or puppy or kitten kibble, we can always use that. As well as if anybody has any boxes or totes laying around, we're doing our spring cleaning, just kind of trying to get rid of some stuff and also just organize it better. So we could definitely use some boxes as well as like Rubbermaids work perfect as well. So if anybody has any lying around the house they want to get rid of, we can definitely use them.
Awesome. Well, thanks again for joining me. And I guarantee that Mr. Bonnie will make the perfect addition to any household and any family. Be lucky to have him. He's so chill, so calm, kind of in his own little world, but the claws haven't come out once. So, and he loves the ear scratches. So thank you.
Thank you.
Furniture set and design supplied by Furniture Gallery and Furniture House, downtown Lloydminster.
So I'm here with Lynn Smith on behalf of the Friends of Lloydminster Regional Archives and their upcoming general meeting. So Lynn, can you tell us just a little bit more about what this meeting will be about?
We are required to have a meeting for our membership every April. We had to change it a bit through COVID, but now we're back on track. And so April the 25th at the Legacy Center, we're going to have our annual general meeting. And it's going to comprise a potluck supper. The doors will open at 5:30, and then the supper. And then we have a presentation that we're going to make. Quite often we have a speaker. This year we are going to do a slideshow presentation about a family that has an interesting history, that were pioneers of the community, let's put it that way. And so that will happen following the meal. And then we will go to the annual general meeting where we do the business for the year to present to the membership.
And Lynn, will there be any sort of admission pricing or anything people have to pay to actually get into the meeting itself?
No, there's no cost other than a potluck dish if you want to. But if you don't want to come for the supper or not able to, you could come at probably approximately 7 o'clock, and then you would get in on the presentation plus the meeting.
Can you tell us just like a little bit of more business that'll go on here? Like what'll be happening later on in the GMA?
Well, we'll just be doing the normal things. We'll move the adoption of last year's minutes, and we'll have reports. I'll have to do a report as the chairman, and the treasurer, of course, she has to report on the financial end of things. And we have a membership chairman, and he'll be reporting on how the membership has been doing in the last year. We will have an election of officers. We have a 3-year term. We can have up to 11 members. We currently only have 8. So we're probably looking to adding up to 3 more members. And so that's done by a vote, an election. Yes.
Excellent.
So that's what's happening at the AGM.
And is there anything else that I haven't brought up so far that you would like to bring up just during your conversation?
Oh, we're going to be selling a couple of things, which is unusual.
Oh, well, give us some more.
Okay, this was one of our projects for the year. And this year, 2003, is the 120th anniversary of the founding of Lloydminster. So we kind of have taken on a couple of special projects because of that. I think there will be a bigger celebration at the 125th. It seems like the bigger celebrations have been on those kind. But we thought it would be nice. So this book, I'll just read what it says here. We remember and salute the Lloydminster residents who have been honored by name recognition for their service to the Lloydminster community over its 120-year history. Wow. And there are 40 different places in Lloydminster. They be buildings, they be parks, they be recreational buildings. There's even a highway that's named for a person who was local. And because of their contribution, something was named in their name. And there's a section on the schools that are named for local people as well. So anyway, we're going to be selling this book starting at the AGM.
Excellent. Well, that should be every question I have to ask, Lynn. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you for having us. We like the advertising.
It was a pleasure.
Taking a quick look at your 7-day forecast as we end things off here. We will be looking at some better conditions as we go through the week, hitting that 9-degree mark even on our weekend and getting those double digits as we end it off. So please make sure to get out there and enjoy it, because as we start off next week, we will be seeing that 12-degree mark on Monday and seeing that 8 degrees next Tuesday.
All right, thanks for that, Shelby. I like the amount of sun I saw there, so that's some optimism right there. That's our show for this Tuesday night. Thank you all so much for joining us. Have a great night, and we'll see you again tomorrow.